Ahoy cruisers, welcome to another video from Cruise with Ben and David.
I'm Dr. Miranda Bailey.
And I'm McDreamy. In this video we're excited to share with you our cruise hacks for 2019, so stick with us.
Yeah, we're going to help you save loads of money and have an amazing cruise that is just amazeballs. Let's take it away.
Okay, let's dive straight in with hack number one. And these are towel pegs. You can get them in loads of different funky designs. They're really cheap. You can pick them up from your high street or from Amazon. They're great because they stop your towel flying off in the wind, and you can find where you're sat as well on the cruise ship.
Yeah, because when there's a lot of sun loungers out there, sometimes it is really hard to remember where you were sat. But if you've got those lovely, bright, colourful towel pegs, like the flamingo one,
I love the flamingo.
You know exactly where you are. So our tip number 2 is to book a guaranteed cabin. This is a cabin where you won't know what cabin you're going to be in. You're just going to know the category of cabin you're in. So book an inside cabin, a balcony cabin, or an ocean view cabin, and you're only assigned the cabin number just a few weeks before you travel, and this can save you an absolute fortune. We've seen cruises that are 50% cheaper when you book a guaranteed cabin.
Yep, we've done this ourselves multiple times on previous cruises, and it is a fantastic way to save money.
Yeah, and sometimes if you're really lucky, you get upgraded to the next category of cabin as well.
Okay, so hack number 3 is to save your bread in your main meal and make sure you don't fill up.
Well, if Emma from Cruising Isn't Just for Old People is watching this, she will be having a fit right now because she loves her bread. Yeah, guys, the bread is amazing on board. It smells so good and is so tempting, but yet save it for when your main meal comes, because it is so easy, and we've done it so many times, to fill up on the bread, and when your main meal comes, you're like, oh, I'm too full to eat.
I love a nice plump moist
bap. I like a bap.
I love a couple of baps.
What do you guys call them? So the bread rolls, here in the UK we call them either bread rolls or baps or butties
or
bread cakes. What do you guys call them? Would be really interested to know.
Emma loves rolling down a bread roll river. No, she's rolling down the river. Emma's bread rolling down the river.
What? Do you get that?
Like Tina, rolling down the river.
So tip number 4 would to be book speciality dining for your first night of your cruise. Because it's usually quite quiet, cruise lines offer some amazing discounts, up to 50% for eating speciality dining restaurants for the first night.
Yeah, and on Carnival cruises I've seen they offer you a free bottle of wine as well as an extra perk.
Ooh, treat yourself, guys.
Tip number 5 is pack. What?
Sank, French.
Don't say that in a thing about cruises. Is to make sure you've packed the right adapters. We have been caught out by this so many times.
Oh my god, guys, yeah, you've got to remember you've got your phones, you've got your hair straighteners, you've got your other phones, your laptop, your iPad, whatever you bring with you, all of the things you've got to charge.
Exactly, and then you have to work out what adapters are on the ship and all sorts. So just make sure you've got the right ones for your ship and for your hotel the night before.
So I think a good rule of thumb is that to bring maybe European and USA adapters, because you usually find that on most ships. On some of the UK ships like P&O, you'll find UK plugs, and the same goes for P&O Australia, you'll find Australian sockets. So do your research before you go on the cruise, just to make sure you have enough power adapters so that you can plug your things in and get them charged.
And another little tip here is if you have lots of phones to charge or things like that, you can get adapters that actually have multiple USB outlets. So that's great because you're getting more space, more adapters.
Just a quick warning, a lot of cruise lines now are not allowing power banks to be brought on board, so multiple sockets. So that's a really good idea about the USB power banks. You can get them really cheap as well.
Yeah, you can get these online or from Amazon. Just make sure that you get a good brand and that, like any electrical item that you're bringing on the ship, it's in good condition.
So tip number 6 is to order as many courses as you like. Remember guys, you're on holiday, enjoy yourself. If you want to have 2 appetizers and a main course, or 1 appetizer and 2 main courses, or you just want to forego a course and have 3 desserts, that's absolutely fine. Just ask your waiter and they will be happy to oblige.
Yeah, you can mix and match, so you can have a main meal as a starter. We've done that a few times, and you know, it's nice, you can go wild. And
and if you like to treat yourself to a cheese plate as well and it's not on the menu, just ask. They usually will whip something up for you.
Whip some cheese up.
Whip some cheese
Milk
up.
in the cat.
Do a bit of France and get some brie.
Okay, tip number 7 is, as a good rule of thumb, if you suffer from seasickness, is to book a cabin that is lower down and towards the centre. once again, is lower down and towards the center.
Yeah, guys, because the center of gravity is usually low down in the middle of the ship. So if the ship is rocking, the front and the back get the most movement. So the lower down you are and more close to the center, the less movement you're going to experience. So that will really help stop any seasickness. So tip number 8 would be to skip the buffet during the boarding time. It can get really busy just after you've boarded the ship. The first thing you usually want to go do is have some of that amazing cruise food. We recommend avoiding the buffet because it can be jam-packed. There's usually a few different places open. Usually one of the main dining rooms is open, as well as maybe one of the quick service restaurants such as the pizza place or one of the grills or a pub, and you can get served there much easier, much quicker, and you can be much calmer as well.
Yeah, don't get caught up in the stampede to the
Oh
buffet.
god, yeah, it's
like that
crazy.
scene from The Lion King. Everyone's like running to the buffet.
La chikwenya baba beach niniwa.
So our tip number 9 is, Ben, I have a confession.
What's your confession, David?
I'm cheap. And
You're cheap?
I like it cheap.
Oh, he likes it cheap, guys.
I like my cheap.
He likes a good bargain.
I like my cheap drinks and my free drinks. You can get free drinks at any of the events or cheaper drinks at any of the events on board for these, like the parties, like the welcome party, the captain's party, member events as well. You usually get a free drink or a drinks voucher.
Yeah.
And any of the promo events where they're trying to get to buy stuff, they try like to get you a little bit tibbly first, so you buy more.
And also go to the things like the art gallery as well, where you can go for an art gallery auction and they give you free booze. They ply you with champagne, so go for a couple of glasses and leave without buying anything. Pretend I didn't tell you that. Also, most cruise lines allow you to bring on 1 bottle of wine per person nowadays. Check with your cruise line to make sure that's correct for your one. And also you can do things like the drink of the day as well. So most cruise lines offer a drink of the day, which is usually about 50% off. You can usually find this at a bar. They usually have a little poster saying drink of the day is a mojito, and you can save a fortune doing that as well. Tip number 10, and this, guys, is where you can save a lot of money. Do-it-yourself shore excursions. Instead of booking with the cruise line, which can cost you an absolute fortune, take a look on TripAdvisor, Cruise Critic, and some of the forums and Facebook groups to have a look at what other excursions other people have done. You can do it by using local companies and saving an absolute fortune. Just recently, we did a few excursions around the Caribbean and used local companies by the cruise port and saved at least 50% compared to basically the same cruise excursion on board.
Yeah, and alternatively, if you maybe wanted something a little bit more secure, there's also cruisingexcursions.com, who also organise shore excursions.
Yeah, and we love to use hop-on, hop-off tour buses as well. Book these before you get onto the ship because they're cheaper on the website. But you can look at the whole city and the whole region for like $25-30 per person. Save you a fortune.
And that's your transport as well, which is great because you can get on and off.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to worry about getting from A to B as well. But as ever, as we say every time we mention this, make sure that they are a reputable company and that you are back in time to make the ships all aboard time. Our next top hack is to...
Well, tip number 11.
Just see the little fingers in the corner.
Wah! Sorry guys, that wasn't aimed at you.
Oh, it's tickled me.
Tickled and pink.
Okay, so hack number 11. Sorry.
What?
Okay, so hack number 11. I forgot what it is. What is it? It's to make all the reservations that you can and that you want to before you get on the ship.
Yeah, don't miss out on things like speciality dining as well as entertainment as well, because most cruise lines now you've got to book to go see a show. You can usually do this beforehand on your cruise planner, or coming into my next tip, so tip number 12 is to download the cruise app. This is a really good thing. You can download it. You usually find it in the App Store or the Apple iTunes Store or whatever it's called on Apple. But basically, yeah, you download the app and you can usually find things like the daily planner on there, cruise ship maps, as well as booking events as well. So you can book specialty dining, normal dining, entertainment and events. So it's really good.
To use the app, you just have to be connected to the shipboard Wi-Fi. But don't worry, it won't charge you for using Wi-Fi. If you're just using it.
It's free when you just use it for the app. It's great.
Okay, tip number 13.
Unlucky for some, but not for you.
No, because we've given you this great tip. Remember to pack a carry-on bag for the day you board the cruise. So when you get to the port, you drop off your suitcase, that gets whisked away, and you get on the ship, but your suitcase may not be delivered to your room until later into the evening. So you need anything that you need for your first day, such as medication, obviously essential documents, but also think about maybe a change of clothes and swimwear.
Definitely, because you don't want to miss out on the first day's activities because you don't have the correct clothes. So just put a little bit of bag together and you'll be all set. Okay, so our penultimate tip, tip number 14, is to skip a port. If there's a port on the cruise that you think, I'm not too keen on that, well, skip it. Enjoy the facilities on the ship because trust me, it is going to be so quiet. You'll have all of the pools to yourself, the hot tubs to yourself, the spa to yourself, all of the facilities everywhere will be so quiet. So just spend the day enjoying the ship's facilities.
Particularly if you want to use the spa, go to the spa and see if they've got any offers for that day because it'll be so quiet.
Sometimes you'll find offers.
But we do this. We've done this when we've been to a port
more than once.
Times.
Yeah.
There's like some ports I've been to like 4 times now. So it's quite nice to enjoy the ship without the hustle and bustle of everybody being on board. Tip number 15, which is our final tip, ta-da, is to take a night light. This may sound really strange, but cabins are really dark, particularly if you're in an inside room, but even on a balcony cabin, because you've got to think you're in the middle of the ocean, there's no light or anything. So getting around your room on a night can be quite tricky, particularly if you need to get to the bathroom. You need the loo like we do about 6 times a night.
So you can either take a little night light to plug in, you can take a torch, and your phone usually works as well. So have your phone next to your bedside and turn on that torch because you don't want to wake everybody up by turning on those lights. Do you, David?
Oh, there's nothing worse. Why do they always put the 2 switches
next to each other and you don't know which one it is? It's like
so one of them's to turn every single light on the
oh
the
my
ship.
God, I know there's like a 50% chance you're going to hit the right button, and if it's the wrong button it turns all of the lights on in the whole cabin. You're just like, why do that to us?
I don't know, last cruise it was the wrong way around.
Yeah.
So the one closest to the toilet
so
was the
turning
one.
all the lights on. It's so annoying.
So annoying.
It's
Cruise
like,
problems.
it's like cruise light bingo. Which one's going to be the right one? So guys, we really hope you enjoyed our cruise hacks for 2019. If we've missed anything off that you think is a really good tip, please let us know in the comments below. And make sure you subscribe to us as well because we've got so many fantastic videos coming up. Hit that subscribe button right now, as well as the bell button so that you're notified, so that you're notified as soon as we upload a video.
And don't forget, you can find us on the usual places, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Please be our friend. Come along, follow us, join us, tweet us, poke us, whatever you do nowadays. So that's it for this time.
Happy cruising!
Happy
porking!
We've been a bit silly in this video. Sorry guys. It's Friday.
So that's it till next time. Happy porking! Himba himba heba habe. Himba himba heba habe. Himba himba beba habe. Himba himba heba hube.
We had hamburgers, chips and booze. It's my new single. Available on iTunes.
Available now. Links right here. Beep, 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 beep.